going on that one. You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't work for me. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
can,
fair.
cause
Yeah.
I got 3 daughters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like look,
But
it's so hard right now on the youth to even find somebody. What's the term they like to use? Equally yoked at this point, because there's so much bullshit out here, making them think everything is okay.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? You capping for OnlyFans girls, but at the same time, that shit is frowned upon. You know why a man wouldn't take a woman like that serious. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: when I go to places like Los Angeles or Las Vegas, they're making lives out of this.
Yeah.
They're making
I believe
lifestyles.
you.
What do
Yeah,
people
this
say
is
about
the
those
lifestyle-
two cities?
And you're gonna say the Sin City.
Right?
City
And
of
Los
Angels.
Angeles,
There's
that's what I'm
been some
saying.
documentaries though where there's smaller town people and like
I
what they have to
believe you.
deal with when it comes
Yeah,
to
but
their
we
making
keep
content.
pointing. I'm not pointing out the little
Miami.
pockets and the little.
These are
the
cities
little
that are
pockets.
big cities
Yeah,
that are living lifestyles out of this. And you
So-
see some
so
good
prime
things, and you
example.
see some. And so when you see a couple that's married, it's like, okay, they're doing something. You know, they're doing it right, I
They got
guess.
issues though.
Of course, but they're still, you know what I mean? They're making it work. And I've actually seen them actually closer than regular married people, to be honest, because they're so honest with each other. They're
So let me
keeping
ask you this.
everything on the counter.
So let me ask you this: why do y'all think if that's it's all good, why is it so hard for somebody to find a significant other in those circumstances, and why people don't stay married worth a damn out there either? They have some of the highest divorce
rates.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So
women
what
have a choice now.
Hmm?
Let's be clear. We have a choice, and we can make our own living, even if our 76 cents is not equal to your dollar. I can
so
still
wait,
get me an apartment.
what you think? Oh, you think the wage gap is real?
No.
Absolutely
No,
It's
not in that.
absolutely
I
not.
think
Depends on the
it used to
industry.
be at one point,
It's
and
not.
I think
No.
within the last certain amount of time, I know for a fact it is true to a certain
not.
degree.
No, depends on
Okay.
the industry for sure.
So-
Tomato,
If
tomato.
we're talking
So-
about banking,
so
maybe,
listen, the
but if we're
wage
talking
gap-
about
I'm
entertainment,
talking. No, I'm not talking about entertainment.
You
I'm
know.
talking
Right,
about
not-
banking.
not-
I'm talking
in
about
general,
office jobs. In general, most people are not in
Listen,
media. In general,
In general, male versus female, the wage gap is a myth.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. In certain jobs, look, listen. If we are working the same job,
But may I
listen,
interject?
hold on. If we
Okay.
are working the same job, then they're going to have to pay us the same rate.
No, they
The
don't.
reason why men make more money per dollar
Mm-hmm.
than women is because we take the harder jobs, the jobs that pay more. How many construction workers you know that are women?
I've worked
Listen.
in accounting and
Listen,
I've done
listen.
bookkeeping.
Answer-
So
listen,
I've seen this,
listen.
and I've been a banker for 8 years, and I worked in investments. So I can tell you for
So-
a fact
so listen.
a lot of things. So like I respect your opinion truly, but I don't.
It's
agree
not an
with it.
opinion. I'm basing it on facts. You have to also remember that men work more of the harder jobs, the jobs that are also going to pay more because we risk more.
I'm not talking about those.
Listen,
I'm talking
look,
equal to equal.
No,
I'm talking about
So
a
listen
banker
to-
woman and a banker man. I'm not talking about a guy on
So-
a telephone pole and
all right, so let me ask you this then.
teacher, with a
Let me ask you
two-year-old.
this then. All right. So let's break it down this way since we're gonna take it there, right?
Shit.
All right. You've had employees that worked under you, right?
Sure.
Who are more reliable when you have an employee?
Who's more reliable?
Men or women?
It depends on the person.
Nah,
Women.
see, everything she
Women.
says is depends. No. So really, who calls off more?
Who calls off more?
Who's more reliable?
It depends. Is he an
See?
alcoholic? I've had
It
alcoholic
depends.
men.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Like literally, I've had to go to
So
their
look,
house
right?
to pick them
Men
up.
are much more likely to have to pay the bills, so they're going to go to work,
Yeah.
rain, sleet, or snow. Women can get in their feelings and I need a day off. Women can get sick, and women have monthly cycles that bother them that they have to take time off.
that's
so
all
not.
an assumption.
So, but it's not an assumption. This is actual
Where
real
do you
life.
think the term glass ceiling came from? Where did that glass ceiling? The glass ceiling came from the fact that people thought that men had to provide completely for their families, take their paycheck, versus the woman
no,
who's
no.
just doing the
So
job
listen.
because she extra income. And that's why we have a smaller rate of how much we get paid for the same job, depending on what the job is. Now, let alone physical labor.
So back to my point. Hold on, because we kind of spent off of it. Men work much more. Women take more time off, right? So now if me and you start the same job on the same day, right? But you leave and you leave for 9 months and have to have a child, right? I work continuously.
She doesn't leave.
we
that
don't
Listen,
much.
leave for
listen,
9
listen,
months.
listen.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's,
And how long is
let's
the
debunk
maternity
that.
leave?
Let's
Most
debunk
places
that.
don't have
6 weeks.
mandatory
Look,
It's
listen,
6 weeks
listen.
is
We're
it.
not.
places do
That's
3,
it.
and
I'm
Bank
not
of
talking
America,
about the
for
one-offs. I
example,
know
did
my
6
wife took
months.
off like 3, 4, 5 months, however long
Yeah,
she
I
wanted.
took
That's
yeah.
FMLA,
What I'm
though.
saying
Yeah,
is,
and so
even
can men.
still,
Yeah, and
when
there's
you
paternity
take
leave.
off that much time and I continuously work, I'm not saying that we are together. I'm saying if me and you get hired at the same job on the same day, You
Sure.
get pregnant, you gone for however long, right?
Sure.
I'm continuously working. I'm building up. I have more work experience. Then you come back a year or two later. You want to know why I make more and why I'm the boss now because you weren't here.
That's
and that
assuming
happened.
that all women have
yeah, that's
children,
all based
though.
off
Not all women have
assumption and-
children.
yeah.
Listen.
That's completely,
I'm
the
saying
statistics
number.
not making any sense
See,
there.
Yeah, that's
we're not
not
talking
okay.
about all. We're saying the majority.
No,
Let's
it's not a
pick-
majority either.
Yes, we
You can't
can.
prove it.
It
No,
is.
we
you
cannot.
can't.
That's
You have
You
to
can
not.
back that up with
specific
facts.
groups.
No, you
and
cannot.
data.
Hold
Yes, you
No, you
can.
Pull the facts because
Because-
also too facts depend on where you get them
Yeah,
from.
and
Who
let's-
did the research? Because we both studied political science.
And human
your facts are only as
resources.
good as your resources.
So you mean to tell me right now that the fact? How many women do you think in the United States make more than $100,000 a year?
It depends.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God.
I don't even know how many population there is in
How
America.
about this?
So I couldn't
Listen.
tell you
Did you know that
specifically.
men have maternity leave too?
Yeah.
When
But
your
it's
wife
nowhere-
has a baby,
it's nowhere-
you can,
listen,
but
it's
just
nowhere
because you
close
don't
to that.
exercise your
Look.
right to take that
There you go.
leave does not mean that you
And
are
I know
a
plenty
better
of
than
men
listen.
who have.
Listen.
Thank you.
But
And
if,
you have
she
those
hold
rights
on.
too.
Some women want to go back to
Listen.
work.
Is it unpaid though?
Yeah, you can take FMLA
No, it's-
too.
Is it unpaid? No.
You can
it's
take a
un-
men-
you need to
it's-
get a company.
You can take
listen.
a mental health day if you wanted to.
Look.
There's
Yeah,
so
you
many
could.
rights
Listen.
that protect you, and just because
Listen.
you guys don't,
That
does
is not
mean
true.
you can persecute
Listen,
other
listen,
Well, and
people.
also, too-
listen, hold on, listen. That is not true, especially depending on what companies you work for. If your company does not have more than 150 employees, then those laws don't even apply.
Sure.
Right? So that don't even matter. What I'm telling you is, a man, you can try and take that time off if you want, then your family is not eating at all. You
Yeah.
dig what I'm saying? Because that's unpaid time and you don't get a fraction of what the woman gets.
You don't think
but
a
that's
woman's
not the
family's
point.
not
But
eating
listen,
if she's
but
taking
that's
time off?
besides. But listen, y'all moving the goalpost. That has nothing to do with.
Can
the,
we say we're
listen,
assuming that he's
listen.
sitting there
Y'all
and paying
moving the
for it and hasn't
goalpost. That
left
has
all
nothing to
either?
do with the point that I was making. The point that I was making is the fact that when those things come up and we both start off in the same job,
Mm-hmm.
you have to remember that you're taking time off that I am not. It's not about if I can. I'm not even a guy that had the baby. It's the woman that started with me having a baby. That has nothing to do with me and what her husband can do. I'm saying if me and you are at the same job, the same employer, we start the same day, and I outwork you because I'm there every day.
Yeah.
I'm not late. I'm not worried about my feelings. I'm not cramping. I'm not doing
Yeah.
this, that, and the other.
But you
and I
know
don't
who's
need,
better than
and I
you?
don't need a mental health
You want to
day.
know who's better than you?
I
An
don't
immigrant.
listen.
An
I don't need a
immigrant
mental
is better
health
than
day
you.
because I know I have to work.
But
I don't
that's
have to
you-
wear
now
my
you're
clothes
just
on.
competing. You're competing in the
talking
workplace.
specifics, and you're saying
Yeah.
me and this exact person who have the same experience and the same education and the same skills and capabilities. Now she had a baby. Of course, I'm making more money. Well, yeah, I agree with that as
And
well.
that's the-
But I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about men and women not having babies or not, because
Yeah.
you're a father now and a husband, so you're looking at it from that perspective.
Yeah.
If you look at it from an unmarried single man's perspective, he's not coming to work because
Yeah.
he's getting drunk with his friends and he doesn't
No.
really care.
Well, that's.
But not only that, but
look,
not
that
only-
has. Listen, that has
Not only
again.
that,
you're older
That
too.
has
I'm talking
nothing.
about
That's
you-
not even. That's
know
not
what
the
I mean?
point.
Maybe-
That's going
I'm
off
talking
of the
about
point.
20s.
That has nothing to do with
No,
the
the
fact
point is
of
you're
the
talking about a
wage gap.
racehorse and
No,
a worker
gap
racehorse.
being the wage gap being a myth is the point. Let's stick to that.
It's
that
not.
hold on.
Maybe it's gotten
the,
better.
listen,
It's not a myth.
listen.
It's not a myth.
The
That's not a
wage
myth.
gap
Not a myth.
is a myth. It is not true. The reason why men make more.
Agree to
the
disagree,
reason
sir.
why men make more than women as a
not
whole
supposed to do this.
is because of the jobs
can't.
that we do versus the jobs that women
We're
do.
not talking about that.
But I am. But
But
you
it's
keep
like-
cutting me
but
off
what
and not
you- I'm
listening.
sorry.
That's the point. I can't get the point
Sure.
out because you guys are moving the goalposts. Listen for a second. What I'm saying, the reason why the wage gap is a myth is because if we're doing the same jobs, we're getting paid the same amount. The
Sure.
reason why we make so much more per dollar is because we do the jobs that pay that way. You don't have a lot of women in engineering. You don't have a lot of women in science, in tech. Those are jobs that are mainly dominated by men.
Absolutely, and that's
You
why
also
they're able
don't.
to
I'm not
offer them
done.
lower salaries,
I'm also
though.
not done because there are multiple jobs that most women go to are going to be in hospitality, in beauty, in products like that. So what is the number one profession for women?
My entire I'm being
This
is
is
just
all
I
like
can't
happened.
even.
Score.
What is the number one profession for women?
Tell me, doctor.
No,
gonna
you
Google
said
that.
you said
Yeah.
I was wrong.
I don't know. I wanna
You
Google
said you
that.
said I was wrong. Tell me.
How about this? Let me tell you about banking because I was
No,
in
no,
banking
no.
for 8
Tell me
years,
what
and I
is
was
the number-
one banker in
Let me
America
Google
and the
that.
entire nation.
What
under
is the
one point.
number
And let me
one?
Tell you,
What is the number?
I don't know
one
that. I
profession?
can't tell you
So how
that.
did you just tell me what I said was wrong? I'm
Because I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying that you are creating very small parameters. So I did say to you, what you're saying is right. If you and I start the same job with the same experience on the same day, and I go and have a baby, and you don't, and you show up, and I call off on my period all the time, of course. But that's also assuming that we got paid the same
Childcare.
amount. at the same time, which is not always true. Sometimes people make more or
So-
less.
So can I say something? If you're just going by as far as like goal oriented and getting the best amount of work done, technically y'all ain't better than an immigrant. An immigrant's gonna work when you
That
don't
has-
want to work.
But that has nothing to
An
do.
immigrant's
This
gonna
is-
work when you
See the goal?
over the law.
Hey, y'all see the goalpost? It just moved over there.
Yeah.
That
Because
still
you
has
put it
not.
up
No,
right
no,
there
no.
against men and
I
women.
said men and women.
Yeah.
That was what the wage gap.
According
So
to
listen, the wage
Your
gap.
friend.
according
Your
to
friend.
Your friend wants me to pass you his phone.
Hospitality. Didn't you say?
No, keep going. No, the highlighted part. They highlighted it for you. 84 cents. It used to be 76. It's 84 cents now.
Can we
Yes,
establish
indeed.
that the wage gap
What?
is based
Again.
on averages?
average for what?
It's all of the jobs that men do and all of the incomes that they make versus all of the jobs that women do and all of the income
No,
they make.
they're
That's
looking
it.
side by side.
No.
If you're a
it's based-
CEO and I'm a Chick-fil-A employee,
But
of
that's
course you're
not
making
how
more.
that's not how they determine the wage gap.
Did you see that? It says for the
How
same
do they-
job.
how do
It
they-
says for the
So
same
so
job.
again, like I
The
was
wage
saying,
gap
the
for the
wage
same
gap
job.
is a myth because it's based on averages. If we're working job for job, we are going to be making the same thing.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. It's
Yeah.
illegal. Not only that, you can file a class action lawsuit. In some cases, women are going to make more because you are paid different, like non-discriminatory
Have you
Affirmative action?
affirmative action for women to be hired in some of these positions. It's the same way. So when I tell you the wage gap is a myth, the reason why it looks like a myth that you aren't making as much is because, as he said, the averages overall, men make more because we do harder jobs, plain and simple, that are going to pay more. That is the fact of the matter. You can look it up. All right, so let's do this then, since it's wrong.
You're talking
So
about
since
different
it's
jobs,
wrong,
though.
hold on.
I agreed with
So
what you
since
said,
since
so
it's
that's why we're
wrong,
not
let's look at
There's female firefighters out there.
right.
There is female.
And what
firefighters.
percentage do we think that is?
Yeah. There's
So
not
out
a
of
lot.
100,
There's not
out
a
of
lot.
100 firefighters, how many
There's
do you think will
probably
be
5
female?
or 10.
Maybe.
Yeah. If
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Maybe.
And that's understandable. Yeah, but we're talking about a physically tedious job here.
We're talking about desk work.
Yeah,
We're
which
talking about
clearly
equal
men
work.
are more, superior than that.
So
when it comes to physical, but how many physically, demanding jobs are there out there?
We're talking about.
all of them.
No,
Most of
I'm
them.
talking
The
about-
ones that
talking
built
about
the
district
world.
manager.
We're
I'm not
talking about the
those. We're talking about
2024.
offices.
No, but
We're
we're
talking-
not. That's not what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. I
that's
said
what I'm
overall,
But
and that's why the
thing.
wage
I've said
gap is a
3 times
myth.
that I agree with you, though.
The wage gap is becoming a myth because of things like AI, robotics. No longer will your job be. I have to, suffice for what you can do because there's going to be a robot that's going to fix that for us.
But we're talking about right now. They're not doing it yet. What
Right,
I'm-
but so therefore there is a
Right,
glass
listen,
ceiling.
listen.
So you're contradicting because there is a glass ceiling.
Conquer is a real
Yeah,
thing.
if you could
I
lift
think
heavier.
there's a lot of propaganda and narratives that have been placed
Absolutely.
in our society, and I think it drives a wedge between us. And I also believe that women love the opportunity to fight. I think that y'all do. I think y'all enjoy it. And when they say something like, "Oh, women make 74 cents and men make $1," y'all will
Can
run
I say
with that.
something too, though? I also think that white men make more men than black African American men
That's
or
not true.
Latino men. You don't believe so?
I can tell.
It depends on the industry, right? As a basketball player, probably, or in the entertainment. I'm talking about
what about
a
me? I
bank
work in
teller.
tech.
I'm talking.
But see, hold on, but
The Asian
that's
lady,
an
I don't
anomaly.
know.
That's
I
a
don't-
look, but I'm saying, but that's also an anomaly. I'm looking at the overall numbers, right? You know what I'm saying? White men will make more than black men on the average because
They
it's more of
squeeze us
them,
out.
and
Oh,
it's
there's
more
more
of
of
them.
them?
And yes, it's more of them, and they also have
A boys'
the
club.
advantage because most of the businesses are their businesses in this country. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That
it's
nepotism.
it's a lot. A lot of it does have to. A lot of it can be nepotism because a lot of African Americans were not even able to gain the same type of wealth that a lot of white folks were given, or basically stealing from other people. That we couldn't even get home loans for so many years. So it's a completely different ball game. So
Can I ask a question, being a non-black woman? When do you think that the United States is going to catch up for black men and women when it comes to it?
That's
think
not
it's
what
ever gonna
that's
catch
not
up?
what it's set up for.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's never
It's
going
just
to
not.
catch you guys up as far
It's-
as like you
it's-
guys have equality in jobs.
It's not we don't need equality. See, you can't claim when is it going to be equal when you starting off behind, right? You dig what I'm saying? You can't worry
It
about.
wasn't
We
that
don't
long
need
ago.
equal. We need. I'm sorry.
It wasn't that long ago.
Right. I mean, shit is still now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still now in so many places. The best way in this country to obtain wealth is through property. We were outcast from buying property for so many years that we are behind, right? And so now, in order to catch up,
With all due respect,
it's so much that
black people were property. Not only were they not allowed, because we studied this stuff, we talk about it. Our parents are immigrants. We grew up on the west side. You know what I'm saying? I speak Spanish. I'm not even Latina. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it does exist, and we're very insulated in a way, and I get goosebumps. We're very lucky because, like, of all the places we can sit here and have this conversation, you know what I mean? You go other places, and we're all a little, like, sticking out of the thumbs. Like, these are the averages that we're talking about. Like, we're the exceptions. You can come here and you can make it anywhere. You can make it, but also, like, we embrace people. We speak the most foreign languages, and you know, I think for a long time, Chicago was the most foreign languages spoken on number 911 operators.
It's the most segregated city in the world.
It is, but think about it. When they first came here, this is what I'm Greek. They went to Greektown. Nobody lives in Greektown now. Now they're all dispersed. You know what I'm saying?
It's still,
same thing, a little Italy.
But here's the thing. A lot of those buildings, who owns them?
Greeks,
Right?
but also
That's what I'm
sometimes
saying.
Chinese
That's what I'm
investors
saying.
now.
That's the issue. They were able to even purchase there, right, and have a town. All the black neighborhoods, we don't even own most of those buildings, right? Well, some of us own our homeowners, right? You know what I'm saying? Some of us are homeowners and own a lot, but who owns the stores? Who owns the infrastructure in our neighborhoods, right? It wasn't even available to us. So when it comes to do white men, going back to it, do white men make more than black men? As an average, yes, but that's also because it's more of them, which goes back to the same thing. There are more men doing the real jobs in the country than there are women. So that's what makes the wage gap a myth. The wage gap would be true if we all did the same jobs equally and we were still outpacing you for money.
And the same amount of people.
Exactly.
So you think with e-commerce and cryptocurrency and AI, you guys don't have not a leverage, but a chance to probably level the playing field?
It's not something, and that's not something that is exclusively for us. You just name stuff that's for everyone.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's what levels the playing field.
But the playing field didn't start off level. It doesn't matter. If I can do this and he can do it, but he came into an estate with
None of those people came in.
My dad came here and didn't speak English.
Listen.
He didn't speak English.
Listen, I'm not talking. Listen, I'm talking about.
We have immigrant fathers.
I'm talking about the you saying equal.
Yeah.
It wasn't equal.
No, but this is equal. When you're talking about e-commerce, internet came the same time. We all came through the internet at the same time.
Man or woman.
Yeah,
But
cryptocurrency came at the same time for all of us.
Do y'all know what's the easiest way to make money?
If you invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago, you would be a billionaire at this point.
Right. Do you know the ease? Listen, but do you know the
same-
ease? No, you don't. Do you know the easiest way to make money? What's the easiest way to make money?
OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
No, seriously, what's the easiest way to make money?
Drugs.
You gotta start with some money, right? Can you invest if you don't have no money?
No.
But if White Tommy over here can have his father pull out of his real estate portfolio, you know what I'm saying? Then what? Now you have something to invest with.
Can I say though, we're assuming that there's a lot of rich Tommies with a daddy with a portfolio.
There are. Listen.
There are a lot, but also
And-
there's a lot who don't because
But
their daddies were
listen.
alcoholics or not there either.
That's not my problem. That doesn't change the facts or the numbers. It's still a vast more majority of them than it is of African American children that have those abilities and have those.
In saying that though, can you also agree that men have been allowed to work for longer, so perhaps the same is true for men and women? If men have been allowed to work and make a living in the workforce for much longer, then why wouldn't the same be true for men and women? If
So-
it's true
so let me
between
ask you
black
this.
men and white
So let me
men,
ask you
but
this.
not the same true for
Yeah.
men and women?
How
you
long
can't
have
do
women?
that with
not the same
How long
logic.
have women been able to work?
Probably since World War II.
1920.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Since
since
when y'all left
The-
and then they
well,
needed help in the factory.
So let me
ask you this.
Back home.
Prime example, right? Women, if women could do this and can work and all that and so forth and all that, right? You ask 10 women right now, when you get married, would you want to have to work to pay any of the bills in the household? What are they gonna say?
No.
If you ask any man that though, wouldn't he say the same thing?
But listen,
that's not true.
no.
No,
What do you
man
mean? A
wouldn't
man
say
is
that.
never gonna sit there and
Man's
say,
gonna say
I don't
no.
want to have to pay any bills when I
Right.
get married.
If she's the
So
princess
listen, so
of something, and
it's
she's
not
like,
even
I
about
love you.
princess.
Come, we're going on
See?
vacation forever.
Again, and it's not about being.
Like,
It's
come
just the
on.
way things are. Women are in positions to want to be taken care of.
Yes.
That also goes back to the fact of why men are more reliable at jobs than women a lot of times, because when she gets a husband, she might quit tomorrow.
She might quit.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I agree.
And the man gets a
Yeah.
wife, he's going to work harder because he got to take care of her.
That's true, but
Yeah.
that's also old school
It's
mentality.
just this real
No,
mentality.
He's talking from an entrepreneurial mentality.
Any
Yeah,
of it.
absolutely.
Any of it. Like,
At a
it's-
wage phase too, but that's the whole thing when we get back to the concept of them being a partner or a husband. Do you
I
want a
don't
wife
do-
or a partner? Because
There is not a
theoretically,
partner.
She should. Well,
Your wife
if
is
if
not
you
your
have
partner.
a real estate portfolio, yes, she is your partner. And you guys are on the same thing.
Listen.
If you die, if there's insurance policies, you're a partner.
She's the beneficiary. She's not the partner. Let's
Oh,
get it
again,
right.
what are your
That's what I'm
standards?
saying.
But
That's
what are
not
your
the partner. I don't
standards?
do. My wife is my wife. That's bigger than a partner. A partner can be cut out of a deal. Your wife cannot. You dig what I'm saying? A wife is the most important label that you can get from a man. Plain and
Absolutely.
simple.
The
If I go
yeah.
calling, if I go call you my
1000%.
partner,
Yeah.
you might get
Ma-
fired.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, if you call
Outside
your wife,
sidebar,
that's
don't
a
make
very
your wife
important.
your beneficiary. Make a family trust. Make the family trust the beneficiary and have her as a trustee on it. Because probate and taxes, if you have, especially if you have wealth and they're a beneficiary, then they're gonna have to go through a lot of hoops and pay taxes on it. But if you create a trust and then she's a co-trustee and things of that nature, the trust is the beneficiary, then there's different pass-through laws.
Absolutely.
So
You got the liver trust,
yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I
So
agree
just-
with you. As a man, I definitely believe that the greatest sacrifice and the greatest fear, whatever you want to call it, that a man goes through in life is proposing to a woman and asking her to be his wife. That is definitely one of the biggest sacrifices that a man can make in life. Regarding anything else in life, it does not matter. When it comes to asking a hand in marriage, that is the biggest thing a man can do.
Because that's your responsibility for
Yeah,
the rest of
you
your life.
are responsible.
Your
And I say that
responsibility.
being the
That's
third
not your
wife.
partner. Your
You
partner,
like it serious.
your partner is, yeah, man, we in this together, bro. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, partner, that
No.
term, and I say it all the time, partner, that term came around and started being used in 2000 when they wanted to make marriage between a
Two
man
people.
and a man.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that was their, for real.
Exactly.
That was their concession for
Yeah.
gay marriage. Was
Yes.
we're not going to call it marriage. We're going to say a partnership.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
A domestic
yeah, because
partnership.
a gay marriage is not a marriage.
Yep.
I'm sorry. No offense to the LGBTQ community. A
They
gay
know it's
marriage
true.
is not a marriage.
That's
I'm sorry.
fact. That was law. That
Leave
was
that over
what it
there.
was.
That's how I feel as well.
that's
Yeah,
It was
1000.
that's what it was for.
Partnership is different than
yeah, and
marriage.
it always triggers me when
Can
people
I
say
ask what the
partner.
distinction is though? Why is besides the genitalia?
Bec-
What's the distinction?
Well, the
Because it
partnership.
seems like it's the genitalia.
Well, I mean, a marriage is between a man and a woman based on the term. It's
religious.
the definition.
Yeah,
it's a
it's a-
religion.
it
It's
became-
based on a man and a woman becoming one. So
Okay.
you can't change that because you feel like it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
No, sure, but we'll pick
The
and choose
law
what we
as
like
well.
from the Bible
Not
as
just
well.
religion, the law.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what it
That
is,
was
but
the law-
it's
the law was
based
based
from
off of
religion. You know what I'm saying? So
But we pick and choose what we learn from the Bible. Were you a virgin until you were married?
listen, I'm not religious, so that don't matter to me. You know
But
what I'm
if we're
saying?
talking about
Listen,
marriage between a
no,
man and a
I'm
woman,
saying
though,
where it came from in the definition.
Okay.
So
Right.
regardless if I agree with it or not, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? My feelings don't have nothing to do with the
Yeah.
truth. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's
It
what it
doesn't.
is.
That's true.
That's where they came from, and that's when the law wanted to change it and make it. That was the concession. You know what I'm saying? So they submitted to the LGBT community. See what I did there?
Yeah.
See what
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
What?
We good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fiery.
Yeah. You know what? It's tough because me and her, we went to Catholic school, all girls school. So they taught us how to be the best of women. And not when I say the best of women, it does not mean an independent woman. It means the independent, submissive woman. So at the end of the day, you could be the greatest politician. You could be Hillary Clinton, but your husband is Bill. Okay? Don't ever forget that. It's your husband is Bill. So we know how to play that fair balance at the end of the day. But at the same time, please remember I'm Hillary. You know what I mean? Please remember I'm Michelle. Please remember who I am. And so when we get drowned out, that's where it's like, whoa, hold on a second. Barack couldn't be Barack without Michelle, you know? And that's what the only thing we fight for at the end of the day is like, if Michelle decides she wants to leave this marriage, she should still have whatever possible power she should to be able to be the woman that she should be.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, without being like, oh, that's Barack's wife.
I mean, but that's the thing, that you were Barack's wife. Just because you decide to leave the marriage doesn't change the facts of what you are and what
who
it
you
was.
are.
You know what I'm saying? They're not introduced as when you get married, you should be introduced as
So and so's wife.
man and wife, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they say the Obamas.
Yeah.
Her name wasn't Obama until she got with him.
Absolutely.
That is my wife.
We don't
That
even
is
know
my
her maiden
lineage.
name.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not about like, oh, if she leave. Once you leave, that's on you.
Yeah.
You don't get to carry. You don't get to be celebrated for your individualism. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's gonna keep. Of course you would. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you have kids too sometimes, and also the paperwork is a pain in the butt. Is like, I mean, I was a banker for a long time. Like, people don't want to change their names. You gotta fill out a
Because-
lot of
Would you be
forms.
okay with that if you guys, you know, God forbid it never happens, but if you got a divorce and your ex-wife, like Kevin Hart, Tori Hart still
She
keeps
don't
her
have
last
a-
name.
He don't care. She don't have nothing
Would you be
else.
okay with that though, as a man? You wouldn't care.
Look, if it comes to that point, that's the least of my worries.
I ain't mad
Okay.
at that.
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
Like, you
Like-
want your name back, I don't care.
Right. If it
No,
come-
you want to keep your last name, let's say.
Me?
If
Yeah,
she-
like
no,
meaning
if
like
she-
your
you saying if
ex-wife
she-
wants to keep
if
your
she
last
right, if she
name.
want to
If she
keep
wanna
it,
keep it?
Yeah,
that's her
like Tori
business.
Hart. Tori Hart's still rocking with Tori
Depends
Hart.
on, like, if it's right now average.
There's a Nico
I'm not
Hart out
rich.
there, but there's now a Tori Hart, you know, who doesn't want to give up Hart.
I don't care. I mean, I'm still taking, like, because I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart is still taking care of her, so.
Okay.
I feel like that's
Because the
also
show ain't off of her
mansplaining.
comedy.
It sure ain't.
Okay.
But, yeah, I wouldn't care about that. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't know what his
Right.
current wife has to say about that, which
She probably don't give a damn
Yeah.
either. She
Mhm.
the
it
real
don't
Hart.
matter. I mean, I would assume that if you rich like that and your wife leaves you, or y'all divorce,
That's
I'm
usually
pretty
how it
sure
goes.
that's what it's
70% of
gonna
the time, your
Yeah.
wife leaves you. Yeah.
yeah,
80.
and then she gonna keep the name.
Is it 80?
Is it? I would say it's a good 80.
She gonna
Women
keep the
usually
name.
initiate the divorce.
Yeah, she's gonna keep the
Yeah.
name.
Usually it's like 60%.
I mean, it
You
have
think
to
so?
be
like yeah,
what
usually
do you
it's
think
It
60%.
have to be some
What
like
ratchet ass
most
shit for me
is
to sell on my
80%.
name.
What do you think-
Usually
what do
it's
you think
like
is
a
the-
little bit over half.
So what do you think is the 40% that men go through that makes them even want to get a divorce? Because I don't know men that want to get a divorce. So what do you think is that 40%?
No.
Cheating?
No.
Cheating.
Spending
You misunderstood what I was saying.
Okay.
I'm saying the term usually is when you around 60%. No, it's like mostly. You know what I'm
Most.
saying? Mostly is your 80%.
Is the
women mostly
women initiate.
initiate.
So what do you think is the 20% that would make a man want to even file for the divorce?
Man, what you think? Come on now.
Cheating,
Cheating?
irreconcilable
Really, I've seen a
differences,
lot
like
of men that go through marriage that have seen their women cheat and they still stay.
finances. You said what?
They still stay. Because I feel like that 20%
know.
is very, like, there's something that drives a man to
I'm not
actually
saying
go to the lawyer and
Wait a
say,
minute, man,
I want to do
money.
a divorce.
That,
I mean-
yeah, money.
Money?
Give the man money, you real
Money.
close.
Okay.
But I can see them staying.
For the
I
money?
could, even if the woman plays with.
50
Well,
G's
I don't
on
know,
this.
man. I don't
You
know.
don't know what
I don't
that
know.
said.
I can't say until I'm in that damn
But it's a
position.
surprise with a car, though.
Hell no, man.
First of
I
all,
can buy
don't
my
even
own
talk
car.
about that.
I mean, take
Like when I'm rich like that, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta surprise me.
That's what I'm saying.
Surprising me with a car ain't gonna do shit for me. If I'm rich.
Wait,
like
after
that.
doing what?
She done
fucking
took the
around?
money and
Yeah.
but
No,
she
no,
go
no.
surprise. She took the money to buy you a car.
That's
Nah.
whatever.
I wouldn't want my woman to give
wouldn't
me
be
a
upset.
car.
Like it's not like at that point, is it really taking the money?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
you know what I'm
not taking
saying?
the
Like that's like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
If we got 60, 50, whatever thousands laying around and
Right.
I ain't missing it and
So
we
she's
can go
taking
fuck
the
it off
money
on a
to
car,
spend it on her
we not
side
tripping.
dude.
You know what I'm
She
saying?
lying to you.
You can smoke.
It's gotta be
But even, okay,
You getting-
finances?
Bah!
Like,
Bow!
small thing.
Bow!
Really can't trust her.
What was
Yeah.
You rich, I can
What-
already buy my
Okay.
car myself.
what was
I'm thinking about, like, a
Soldier Boy
logical
saying?
reason for a man to be like,
He was
I
in
wanna
that
get a
suit.
divorce.
Yeah, intimate.
Oh, okay. Okay. You don't feel comfortable laying next to her.
Yeah.
You gonna take money from me and we don't know where it's at? I don't know what you capable of.
Or
Do
you
you-
putting it in a
throwback.
what was that escape fund?
Oh.
You better escape these bullets. Bow!
So if you don't feel comfortable laying next to her, then if you feel comfortable laying next to her, do you feel comfortable opening your phone to her then as well? Is that the
Opening my
same
phone?
thing? Yeah. Is that the same thing?
She already, if she done stole money out, she'd have been in the money.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, I'm saying, like, if you lay next to a woman, you feel comfortable with her. Should you feel comfortable opening your phone to her as well?
I mean,
Like, you should have she could have your passcode and look through your phone as well.
yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. Like,
It's-
if you,
if that's what you feel like you need to do, by all means, but why? Like, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Like, that's teenager shit. Like, that's when you 18, 19 in a relationship, goofy shit that you trying to do.
Your phone really your only piece of privacy in a marriage.
Yeah.
You know where I'm at. You know what I'm doing. You know what's going on.
Right. What's the point of my phone? You trying to make it? You looking for something to make yourself mad?
Give me my space.
Like you fuck do you think going on in my phone? Like shit.
So then, do you think the requirements for a marriage should be that you should be able to look through your wife or your husband's
most
phone?
men ain't trying to do
hell no.
What for that to be? That's the basis of this said requirement, right?
Maybe it goes back to what's the standard of cheating? What's your definition? If I look through your DMs, then I can't help what people send you. But what if I look through your DMs and I see what you're sending?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, sitting next to you on the chair, on the couch, I don't want to sit next to you. That's nasty now. Now it grossed me out a little bit. Why? Because if I'm responding to, if I'm talking to somebody like that in the DMs, how would you feel? That's the whole thing. It's that double standard, that wage gap
We shouldn't
right
even
there.
get to that point.
Exactly, but
So not only that. Here's my thing. That is overthinking and creating issues, right? Because at what point, like, why would you even think that that's going on? What the fuck my DMs got to do with our real life? If I'm here every day,
that
we
is my
good.
real life.
Listen, if I'm here every day, we good. I ain't going. What the fuck my DM got to do with anything?
Sure.
And we've been together for 47 hours straight, or you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't been nowhere. I'm at home. I'm
Is
at
she
work.
okay
Like what we
sending
doing?
the same messages or receiving
I'm
them?
not saying. Listen,
'Cause that's what I'm saying.
My thing is, what messages? Why are we worried about
any
messages?
messages.
If y'all locked in, why are you worried about messages?
So you think all married people should have each other's passcodes?
I don't
Or, like,
know. I don't. For
Answer
what?
to
My
the
wife
no.
don't have my
So
passcode, but she
something
don't
happens
need
to
it.
you,
If she
and
want
you're
my
my
passcode,
husband,
shit, she would
I
ask.
don't
I'm
know how to get
sure.
into your phone.
Ever.
That's what you're trying to say. Ever. It's locked out.
All
I
our photos from our kids
I don't
and everything.
even know my wife's.
Like nobody cares
So you
about
don't know
that
how
shit.
to access her account when
No.
if something happens to her. You don't know how to access
I don't-
anything.
The reason is I don't care about that.
That's what I'm saying.
I know,
Like,
and I understand what you're saying. Like, if something's an emergency, if it was an emergency, I wouldn't know. I ain't gonna lie to you.
what do
Well,
I
let me
need?
ask
What
you
do
this,
I
let me
need
ask you
her
this.
phone for in an
Let
emergency?
me. It's not an emergency. I'm driving
You know what I'm saying?
and I got my maps open and I need you to something to find or something like that. Something not an emergency. Something you guys are just sitting in the car.
See that over there?
Are you gonna give them their
I'm
phone?
giving
Thinking.
her a phone to open.
Overthinking. Over there.
I'm giving her a
Overthinking.
phone and say,
But
"Can you
I-
open your phone?"
Okay.
Well,
So
no,
what is
Probably
she?
gonna go like this.
No. I'm saying though the opposite though. You're in
What?
your phone and it's completely open and you give it to her because you need her to do something on it.
She's gonna give it back to me.
So that's great. So God
open
forbid
it.
something happens to your spouses. You don't want to know what's on that phone.
For what?
That's
I
what
know
you're
my
saying.
spouse.
God.
You know, after that, you don't care. Years go.
What I'm saying is, for y'all are nuts.
No, I don't
Y'all
care
are
to
giving
look
y'all
I never thought about this. I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all
I
are,
think about that
y'all are
because it
giving
happened.
yourselves
Look,
a
'cause-
mental hernia right now.
That
That is insane
I've
work.
worked with multiple partners of mine, partners, right? So like, you know what I mean, like husband and otherwise. So we've run businesses with each other, and we've also been entrepreneurs where we've spent 24/7. So like, I may have your phone in my hand. All the time, and vice versa. So that's the whole thing about comfort level. Is she gonna sit there and go through it? Maybe I'm not gonna sit there and go through it. But if a message pop up and it says something, you know what I'm saying? So
Me and
that's
my wife
why
have a joint email account
Okay.
for business and all that. There's no reason for me to want to be in her phone or her to want to be in mine. Why? So I could see a message that some clown sent her. Now I'm mad at some clown she don't know. I don't know. Now you know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Like, come on, man. Like y'all.
I don't care.
We not doing that. It makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you
don't.
think
You find trouble.
if you look, you find it.
you gonna find something to
you
piss
gonna
you
find
off,
something
like
that's gonna make
something
you
you're
mad.
not gonna be happy about. It could be
Come
the
on now.
smallest of shit. And then my thing is, what is even the point?
Yeah.
Y'all beefing already, and you looking for a reason to get up out of there?
I'm not on
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Or y'all having a great day, and now you feel like, it's fuck this shit o'clock. Let me look in this motherfucking phone. Like, what we doing? Like, what are we doing now? Now, if motherfucker, goddamn it, he out to 4 a.m, 3-4 times a week, and you
different.
that's, you know what I'm saying? But like, if y'all locked in,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What are we talking
Go
about?
home every
Like-
day. I'm home every day. I'm not messing up, not coming in late like he just said.
Like, what
What
we
is the
doing?
reason? What's the reason to go through my shit? You mean, I'm not giving you no reason to go through anything.
Well, I mean,
But what if
saying not
something
even-
happens to you?
Like, what do you
What do you
saying?
mean?
But you say you're spending your whole life sharing your secrets, sharing your
What you
dreams
talking
and
about?
hopes, and then something you don't. That's not your other half. Like that's not.
That's because
I
you think the
give you
phone is
my
everything. The
password.
phone ain't
You know, like,
everything.
if I give you my password, it's gonna be at night. I'm gonna be sleeping.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
gonna go through my phone. You're gonna ravish.
You going
my
through that
phone.
shit. And
That's
it's-
what's going to happen.
Right.
And look
Yeah.
in your eyes and tell me it's not.
It's absolutely
It's
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen, right?
1,000.
So you're not getting
Yeah.
my password. I'm gonna
But-
save you from what's gonna happen once I find out that you've been ravishing my phone
Okay.
once I trusted you.
Now
with
it's-
my password.
So let me ask you this question. Something happens to you, right?
Why do you keep
I-
saying that? For?
Because this just
Hey.
happened to me.
Husband number 4,
Yeah,
watch
this-
out.
Right?
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, like if something happens
This
to
ain't-
me, what the
this-
hell?
There's
my
nothing.
phone
There's
gotta
nothing in
do
my
with
phone that's
anything?
gonna matter. Like,
Yeah.
bruh, I'm done.
Nothing.
Nothing in my
gonna
phone
happen.
that's gonna.
Like,
Okay.
You know, she got my mom number. Like, if
like-
something happened to me, she
like,
can call my mom.
She know
or
everybody to tell.
She got my whole
You know what I'm
family.
saying?
It's
Like-
social media out here. It's
I think
so
girls
much
are
stuff.
different. It's like
Girls
when
are
I-
They're not.
Girls
This
are
is my
different.
legacy.
Alright, look,
Take
look,
my phone.
I just want to know, like, what's the
You know
what's,
why?
what's the
Because
big
girls-
deal with the phone?
I don't think
Because
my
here's
wife
the thing.
gives
If
a
If
something
fuck.
something
what's
happens
wrong
to
with my
me,
what's the big
I
deal
have
about my
somebody
phone?
that like
That's
it's
first
in my
time hearing
best
it.
friend. I'm gonna be like, this is my passcode. I want you to go through it, delete my picture so my parents don't see it. You know what I mean? Like
shit.
stuff like that. And that's what
Ain't
I would
nobody
wanna,
going in that phone.
But I want to
It's
share
done
that with
once
my
you done.
partner. Like I want to share that with my person. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't share that with my person, why
It's
the fuck am I sharing
done.
that with my
Why is it
best
so much?
friend? Because what I want to do is find a person that I could take everything that I can share with my best friend with and transfer it into my person.
But
That's
that has to manifest organically.
Of course.
Like you're searching for.
But
the
if it
specific,
can't-
I need a guy that's going to be willing to give me his password. You shouldn't
Right.
even be thinking about that. If that's something that happens between y'all and y'all relationship,
Well, then-
then so be it.
Yeah, but that's a kind of openness, I think, too, where like all you guys are saying. Like,
So let me
I
guess,
wouldn't
let me
be
guess, let me
bothered
guess.
By it, you know, because that's the red flag too. If somebody's sitting there and it's just like, you know what I mean, like not even anything on Snoopy shit or anything, but just like, oh look at this video, look at this, or like watch this video real quick, and they go to the bathroom. Are you the kind of person who would A, even bother to do that and be okay with that, or B, if she's holding your phone, you're nervous, not because she's even gonna look through it, because somebody's gonna send something. You know what I mean? Because just like you said, it has to happen organically. That's the whole thing. Like, what are you looking for? Isn't everybody mostly looking for love?
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all
unless
ain't got
you've been
nothing to do with
twisted and
Apple.
traumatized.
I'll say this
Jobs
much.
and none of them.
Last year,
But they're an exception. They're on a
Yeah.
different category in and of themselves, right? You know what I mean?
last year when I was here, I did this whole 10 commandments thing about don't look through my phone. Now that I'm in a different place,
now you going back on the commandments.
I'm not going back on the command. I'm just saying, like, I want to be able to share my passcode with somebody. I'm looking for that person to share my and I'm looking for
Let me
somebody
guess,
to
you want to
share-
marry your best friend.
No, I'm not
Who
a best
doesn't?
friend. Just somebody that's honest. So
I'm
honest.
I'm always
Best friend
against
is
that.
here's the thing. A best friend is different than someone that's fully honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time, best friends are people that are honest, and your spouse is the person you're hiding shit from. But when you die, who's more important? Because this person knows more about you than the
No,
actual
they
person
don't.
you're with.
A best
You know the fastest way for you to actually accomplish your goal is to stop worrying about it.
Of course.
What, the death part?
No,
I'll-
finding somebody where you
No,
can
it's
share
not-
your password.
Well,
Stop
finding
worrying
somebody
about
that you could share your honesty with.
you,
This
That-
is my
Think
honesty.
about
That.
Well, I
Your
wanna
phone-
share my
why
honesty.
does your phone matter so much, and why do you think that's about honesty? Listen, my thing is, I don't even my wife don't need to be in my phone, not even for my sake, right? So she could go read the group chat and watch my boys. We talk shit all day long. That's not your business.
Yeah, but that's not her incentive. We should look
The-
through your phone.
Yeah, she don't
Your-
care about that.
Your
She doesn't care
incentive
about
should
the
be
group
to
chat.
your
She
incentive
cares
should
about
be
the
to
bank
mind your
statements
business.
where your money's being
And the
spent.
DMs, yeah.
And-
Mind your
it. Because
business.
On day 8, I done turned Pornhub on.
All kind of shit.
Why?
Like,
I've been
you-
watching it with her anyways. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Unless
Listen.
You got me on day 8 in the freezer.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
what?
Watch a porno together?
Oh, I see.
Look.
But I'm saying, like, you got a whole private personal bank account. You die, who's accessing that bank account?
She ain't gonna,
Mama.
if I listen, if I
Mama.
die,
And
if I
that's
die,
what the
what's in my bank
problem
account
is.
is not gonna
That's
matter.
what the problem is. You know, we date so many men that have not released that trust from their mother to their wife or significant other. We find so many
Hey.
men like that.
Y'all see what Tom Brady just did, right? Hey, she thought she was finna take him to court and clean him out. Ain't nothing in his name.
You see what Harris
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day. Hey, let's wrap it up, B.
I ain't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm about to look that up.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, he did.
Exposure.
He did that.
But why do we gotta
Yeah,
think like
let's
that?
go ahead.
Why we gotta be on
Thank
the
you.
All right, yo, we're about to wrap it up. Before we do, continue to tell them a little bit about you, where to find you, what you got coming up next, and all that good stuff.
My Instagram is Miss Fatima Ali. Everything is Miss Fatima Ali. I'm a flight attendant. I have a swim line, and I am also working on chartering private jets as well. The next thing I got coming up for me is just looking for love, because, fuck all the business stuff.
She said,
Personal
"Looking for
comes
love."
first, so I'm looking for my person, and hopefully he could give me his passcode.
Hey, I just heard imaginary balloons popping as soon as she said that. Pop, pop, pop,
Listen.
pop, pop.
Red flags look green over here.
All right. Same thing, Athena.
You can find me at Yo My Goddess, DDS. My other one got hacked, so let's build it up again. I do yoga. I'm a yoga instructor, do private yoga, Reiki. I've worked with previous NFL players, among other things, a lot of different people, helping them meditation. And I also do business consulting. So in the future, I'm definitely going to be expanding more, offering international yoga retreats. So it's a yoga retreat, and you get to relax, but then you get to go enjoy the international place that you're at and really get an awesome experience.
You smoke
too.
weed while doing yoga?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Well, I was thinking the same.
you feel
Of
me?
course.
You did.
I wrote my senior thesis on it, actually. So
Ah,
there you
nice.
go.
Go ahead, young man.
Oh, it's on me?
Yes, sir.
Oh dear.
Yo, well, y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Chicago Outlaw, the West Side Legend, CHICAGOUTLAW. The same O in Chicago is the same O in Outlaw. It's only one. And if you want to follow us, it's the Facts and Law Pod Show. It's a pod show, not a podcast. You need to see this fly.
Yo.
You dig.
If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram, The Kid Facts, man. And then you can also follow us on TikTok, Facts and Law Pod Show, and Facebook, Facts and Law Pod Show.
Yeah.
Look,
We got
man.
a thread. We don't really use it, but follow
We
that
do?
shit too.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we got one. I just, we get a lot of followers
I
on there
didn't even know
too.
that.
It's crunching.
I heard. It's like Twitter.
Is it?
Yeah.
I ain't been on there.
Money though. I'm talking about crunching.
Yeah. Well, we're about to see.
Check it out, man. Y'all enjoyed what y'all saw today, man. Please hit the like, man. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Share this joint, man. Because, we're building this thing brick by brick.
That organic shit.
It's the only way.
You
And
did.
Please don't hit it up. Because we're not going to buy any followers, man. Please don't do
Bro,
that.
they stay
Do
sending
that
that
to them
shit.
other guys.
Yeah.
#1 pod in the Shy.
You know what time
Write
it
down,
is.
you know what I mean? Hey, look, man. Life is good, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, we're going to catch y'all on the next one.
Peace. You bitch ass nigga. No. Yo, good energy, good people. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Outlaw, one half of the dynamic duo, Facts and Law. And right now we are at my boy's spot, my spot, your spot, the spot. Come on, let me show you what we got going on. Right now we got DJ Bay Wicked doing her thing as usual. You dig what I'm saying? We're going to get it going. And then at the spot you have an opportunity to get some great food. You also have a chance to play some games and watch these 85-inch screens. This is what we do here right on the best side, the west side, 5045 West Madison. You dig? Let me show you what we're doing in the VIP though. You dig? So, in the VIP, you have more games, but this is an opportunity where you and your people can actually vibe, kick it, and have a great time after hours only at the spot. You dig? So, hey, 5045 West Madison, this is how we do. Peace.